With modern times, he criticized capitalism without a conscience. And that's what we have now. We have capitalism without a conscience. He showed the common man being fed through gears of the brutal, dehumanizing industrial age. He took on the American right wing of his day, its worst evils: hatred of immigrants, contempt for the truth, greed, and the abuse of power. We are fighting those same evils today in the United Kingdom, across the globe. And we need to be clear: shamelessness is not and will never be a superpower.
Jim Carrey recently took a bold swing at Donald Trump, calling him a rabid dog, a move that marks a clear shift from his usual goofy antics. Carrey isn't just pulling faces anymore, he's diving deep into political satire, and his biting commentary has even some MAGA supporters scratching their heads. In classic Carrey fashion, the roast took a surreal turn. He likened Trump to the star of his own twisted version of The Truman Show, reimagined with flying monkeys and tinfoil hats. At one point, he even joked that Melania should have had the word "rabid" stitched into her infamous "I really don't care" jacket, a jab that probably stung more than Trump's own spray tan. But Carrey didn't stop with animal metaphors. He also mocked Trump's golf game, claiming his swing barely moves the ball, suggesting that even on the green, the former president's impact is questionable. Regardless of where you stand politically, Carrey's roast lands hard and hilariously. His aim is clear: to challenge Trump's authority, one punchline at a time. So, buckle up. This political circus is far from over. Will Trump rage tweet his way into another meltdown? Or will Jim Carrey paint him as toast yet again? Either way, the showdown continues, and it's anything but boring.
This administration is a rabid dog, and it's turning us upside down. And all, as far as I'm concerned, it's as obvious as the nose on your face.
I mean, a lot of it, really, truly.
Yeah.
That is a way
My secret is making the wrong choices, but committing completely.
No, I don't think you have. My favorite movie, and I love many of them, is Cable.
Trump is toast.
I like that one. Trump is toast. Yeah, man. And so you just kind of digest the news of the day.
It's an affirmation.
Working?
Not working. Oh, they got you coming and going, man.
Jim Carrey isn't exactly handing out compliments here. In fact, he's making it painfully clear that, in his view, Trump has been treating America like a personal plaything. And let's be honest, the country, in many ways, feels like it's in chaos. Picture a shoe that's been mauled by a pit bull, torn, disfigured, and barely holding together. But Carrey's not just tossing out wild insults for the sake of attention. He has a serious bone to pick with Trump's leadership. According to Carrey, the former president isn't just behaving badly, he's foaming at the mouth with lies. That's not just a sharp critique, it's a blistering indictment. And here's the real kicker: Carrey isn't laughing. Behind the sarcasm and surreal humor is genuine concern. He fears that Trump's actions have left the country shredded, like an old tennis ball left out in the rain, frayed, soggy, and all but useless. It's clear Carrey's commentary isn't about getting a laugh. It's a warning wrapped in satire, and he's not backing down anytime soon.
These really negative forces like the Steve Bannons of the world are convincing us that we're separates. You can make a bad decision about a candidate. It's not who you are. It doesn't mean you're dumb. It doesn't mean you're different. It doesn't mean, the trouble with what's happening right now is
Jim Carrey says, "This is America right now." And honestly, he might be onto something. The country's in disarray, not unlike Trump's infamous combover caught in a hurricane. But here's where things get really interesting. Carrey believes Trump is biting off more than he can chew. And if anyone knows a thing or two about oversized jaws, it's Jim Carrey. Just ask the mask. So when Jim says Trump has too much on his plate, he's probably right. Picture a chihuahua trying to devour a T-bone steak. Funny at first, until you realize it might choke, or worse, tweet through the whole ordeal in real time. That's peak Donnie Diapers. Stress, eating democracy, and blaming everyone else for the indigestion. But Carrey isn't just tossing shade. He's delivering a buffet of truth bombs. His message? Trump is trying to swallow more than even his outsized ego can handle. And maybe, just maybe, That's what brings him down. A political beefsteak so massive, it clogs his Twitter fingers. Still, let's be real. This isn't just comedy. It's a wake-up call. Sure, we might laugh at the absurdity of it all, but Carrey's reminding us, the circus tent is on fire. While we've been distracted by all the noise, those caps-locked rants, the petty insults, our problems have been growing, not shrinking. Because when your president spends more time roasting people online than actually solving issues, that's not leadership. That's theater. So buckle up. If Carrey's right, Trump's downfall won't be because of a political opponent or media takedown, it'll be his own arrogance, his inability to know when to stop. And history? It probably won't be kind. Maybe it'll just Photoshop him into a meme, tiny dogs, giant steaks, and a nation still wondering how we ever took him seriously.
To relieve the stress, you know what I mean? It's a stress reliever.
And here we have...
That's Space Force.
That's the Space Force, yeah.
That's the beginning of Space Force. I mean, you try and you try and you give it all. You give it all to her.
Jim Carrey has gone full Picasso on Donald Trump. Only instead of abstract shapes and blue periods, he's using bold colors and brutal honesty. What once were silly faces and slapstick now serve a greater purpose. Political satire with teeth. His latest art series features Trump reimagined as various characters, most notably a wicked witch, and oddly enough, a piece of toast. Yes, toast. According to Carrey, Trump's gotten a little crusty. In one particularly surreal piece, Trump appears surrounded by flying monkeys, a bizarre mashup of The Wizard of Oz and The Apprentice, but with more red ties and a lot fewer ruby slippers. Critics are split. Some praise Carrey's work as biting, brilliant satire. Others say it's just mean-spirited, like the elaborate doodles of a high school bully with too much free time. Still, regardless of where you stand, one thing's clear. Carrey's art is getting more buzz than some of his recent films. Appearing on Real Time with Bill Maher, Carrey didn't hold back. He described Trump's presidency as a carpet bombing of outrage, a relentless barrage that's left the country reeling. Through his art, Carrey isn't just mocking Trump as a cartoon villain, he's holding up a mirror and asking us all to take a long, hard look at the damage. Because in Carrey's view, Trump isn't just playing the witch, he is the problem. Jim Carrey's artistic crusade doesn't stop with flying monkeys and burnt toast. He's now calling out what he sees as Trump's transformation of lying into an Olympic sport. Trump's nose is growing so fast, it might poke someone's eye out, Carrey quipped. But beneath the punchline lies a deeper worry. Carrey isn't just cracking jokes, he's genuinely concerned that Trump's casual relationship with the truth is setting a dangerous example. In his eyes, dishonesty has become so normalized that kids are beginning to think lying is not only acceptable, it's expected. We're raising a generation of mini-Trumps, he warns. So is Jim Carrey just blowing smoke? Maybe, maybe not. But whether or not you agree with his take, one thing is certain, he's getting people talking, and even laughing, about politics, a rare feat in today's divided climate. This isn't Ace Ventura chasing down a missing pet anymore. Carrey is now on a different mission, not to entertain, but to examine the rift, tearing America apart. And while it's tempting to doubt whether a man once famous for talking through his backside can help heal the nation, Carrey's message is striking a nerve. Armed with a paintbrush and a magnifying glass, he's spotlighting a sobering truth. America is more divided than ever, like a pizza at a Weight Watchers meeting, as he puts it. In fact, according to recent figures he highlights, a whopping 77% of Democrats and 83% of Republicans admit they believe the other side outright stinks, metaphorically, and perhaps literally. Carrey's art and commentary may be over the top, but behind the surreal humor is a man sounding the alarm. And maybe, just maybe, we should be listening. Despite the chaos, Jim Carrey refuses to accept the us versus them mindset. To him, we're just people in different jerseys, divided by symbols, not our humanity. He's calling for unity, not just laughs. Some critics scoff, but Carrey's no out-of-touch celebrity. Before fame, he was a janitor supporting his family, grounded in real struggle, not green juice and yoga retreats. In a time when bipartisanship feels like betrayal, Carrey dares to suggest we're more alike than we think. And yes, that idea is almost as comforting as imagining Trump with a normal skin tone. But Carrey's message goes deeper. He compares Trump's America to The Truman Show, a reality gone off the rails, with Trump as the unwitting star and the rest of us as background extras. He questions whether we're all stuck in a scripted loop, distracted by tweets while the house burns down. His point? It's time to wake up. The show is over. We need to stop watching and start acting.